So it's about 6:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning. I haven't been able to sleep all night. This is probably like the third night of this week that I haven't been able to sleep. I'm just making this video. To express my heartbreak right now. For those that actually know me, you know that I usually am a person who jokes around a lot, who says things about race for a laugh. But there's like a reason that I did those things. Growing up, my mother always used to say that as a black person, I have to work 10 times harder to get to the same place as a white person would. And being friends with a lot of white people, I was like, that doesn't make sense. Why do I need to work 10 times harder to get to the same place if I have the same opportunities as them? And that's before I ever started experiencing racism myself. So I think when I made these jokes, it was a coping mechanism and a way of breaking down walls before they could be put up. Growing up in Canada, I had a lot of assumptions about me. I remember when I first moved from the UK to here, and I was in the first day of my class, and I had an English accent. And people looked at me like, whoa, who's this black kid with an English accent? I had friends growing up in my elementary school days that pushed me towards being a certain type of black person. And I think it really messed with me. When the situation with George Floyd happened, like I said, my heart broke. And it broke because this keeps happening. And I'm not here saying that injustice against all people doesn't happen. I know it does. George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Tamir Rice, Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, and there's so many more. It reminds me of the stories of my own life where I'm walking into a store with my mother. She's doing a return, and the lady told her to get her black ass out of there. Reminds me of the times where I was at some friend's house and we were teenagers on online chat forums, and every other white person that came in saw me and called me a nigger. It was times where I went into a store for a homework project. I went into a dollar store. Me, 4 friends. Every one of my friends in front of me had a backpack on. I walked in right behind them as a group, and I was told I need to take my backpack off. I asked why. They said, so this is just a security. I took my backpack off. Reminds me of the time that I was driving friends home who were intoxicated in the middle of the night. I get stopped, pulled out of a car, and when I slammed the door, a cop got scared and reached for his gun. Yes, I live in Canada, so I don't experience everything that my brothers and sisters in the States experience. But this is no longer just a US problem. This is a world problem. If you've been following my social media, I have been posting and sharing things to try and just share what's going on in my heart. And you might have heard me say this before, but at the end of the day, men and women are dying and are treated so badly because of the color of their skin, because of what they look like. I don't believe everyone is racist, but I believe that the stereotypes and prejudices that you have are hurting people. They're hurting me. Honestly, I have no more tears to cry. I just want to say thank you to so many of my friends, my white friends that have reached out and asked, how can we help? Thank you so much for speaking out. I appreciate it so much. But this is just a time for a lot of prayer and not being afraid to speak out. And please hear me. I'm friends with a lot of people who are all over the spectrum when it comes to their political ideologies. I'm not here to wage war on Donald Trump. I'm not here to wage war on the Republicans. I'm not here to wage war on the left, the right, the middle. I don't care. It doesn't matter. All I ask is that we love each other like human beings. All I ask is for hope and prayer. Not just for me, but the families of the people that have been killed. I ask for hope and prayer for the country of the United States. as it's being torn down right now. And I ask for patience for those that are doing the tearing down. Every one of us could bring up a time where we were hurt, we felt unheard, and our reaction wasn't the greatest. There's times that we have reacted out of so much pain. As somebody who's worked with kids who have been in trauma brings out the worst. So I ask for patience. I ask that we not use our social medias to bring more division, but I ask that we use the platforms that we have been given to bring hope. Hope that this might change. I hope that one day I can walk down that street with my dog, and the lady for the past 3 years who's ever seen me out there would not take her child and move it to the other side of the road. Because if she knew me, she knew how much I cared and how much I loved, and did not see the color of my skin. She would never do that. It has been, this year has sucked. But I urge you guys to hope, and I urge you guys to pray. If you believe in God, you know how much strength and healing He can bring. But we need to cry out for Him right now. If you don't believe in God, that is absolutely okay. But I urge you to hope. Even when it looks hopeless, I urge you to hope. If any of you guys need to talk, if any of you guys need to flesh it out, if you don't have any hope left, please, please, please talk to me. Talk to each other, raise each other up, help each other, love each other. The world is in pain right now. Let's unite. Let's unite to alleviate some of that pain. If we unite, I think justice will be served. If we unite, I believe healing will come. So please, no more divisiveness. Not just for the Black communities, but for the Indigenous, the Asians, the LGBTQs, everyone who's being persecuted or killed for what they look like or what they believe, for all of us. Doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democratic, NDP, conservative, it doesn't matter. We're all humans. I love you guys. Please, please, please. Hope, pray, and unite.